Hi, chat. Welcome in. How we doing tonight? Happy Sunday. Hi, Ratty Patty. Welcome, JK. Happy to see you, Michael. Hi there, Ozzy. That should be a little bit better, huh? Hello, everyone. I still forgot the... Hi, Dan Reader. I still forgot to turn these lights off. And that fan. Muting for the grinder. JK, thank you for that resub. Appreciate that. I'm gonna have to get your input on what sangria I have to make next month. Checks if he even has Discord open. Let's make sure we're in the right place here. I'm not doing great today, chat. As far as getting everything set up right. Thank you for that resub. And this month, I'm inquiring what type of sangria should be made on stream next month. Between a wide variety of white, rosé, red, and port wines. Fireball? Nice. Thank you. This might lag things for a second. Yeah, wow. Where's my mug? Cumin? Why did I almost just throw this in the trash? You okay tonight, Jay? I should have put more of an explanation on Monday's plans. In that I'm copying dishes off of the Mario themed restaurant that they've created. Hey, Cosmic. Andrew Cooks, thank you for that raid. Did that show up in chat? Did we get a proper alert for that, chat? There's part of it, at least. Welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for joining me, everyone. Cheers. What were we up to tonight, Andrew? It'd be hot out here. Welcome, Zeke. So where do I start with tonight? I think we gotta start with the sauce, even though I'm gonna do... Lasagna is not gonna be a hugely complex lasagna beyond being a rolled lasagna. And it's a rolled lasagna because that's a heck of a lot easier to stuff into one of these things. I figured these are actually long enough that my normal sheets of pasta from my rollers are about that thick. Somewhere in there. And so I thought that was sort of like a good matchup, and I went there and picked out 2 eggplants that I thought were like the right size for that. My plans are to squish them down and then slice into them and sort of pull the insides in and then just stuff it full of lasagna. And then I'm gonna bake it all together with sauce. I do have beef for the lasagna on top of that, but I mean, obviously this could very easily be a straight vegetarian dish. chicken tikka masala. Ooh, yeah, you gotta have the grilled chicken. I used my grilled pan, which is sort of like a cheat when I went for that. Why, thank you, Zeeks. I appreciate you complimenting my eggplants. Why am I over here? I'll grab this while I'm here. Eggs. I got some new eggs tonight. I made a leftover mashup with the last pack of instant ramen that I didn't use on instant ramen challenge night. The last egg in the house. The ground pork from the last stream. And I forget what else I threw in there. But it was absolutely just a, let's empty out the fridge. I was going to make chicken soup. I haven't bought the chicken, so it's not like the chicken's going bad in the fridge, but the veggies are. Salt and pepper. I need to buy more MSG, chat. I wasn't planning on putting MSG in this, but I'm out of MSG anyways. I'm almost out of salt, too. Shame on me for not looking at my shopping list when I was out today, because I didn't look at salt. And I know I put it on the list, like, question mark, you know, if they have decent size, decent price. Alright, going separate bowl for the dry. Namely, just want to pour the wet into the dry. Doug. That was a rough one, dad joke. What was the dry ingredient? A pasta mix of flour, semolina, and wheat. I generally try to not show off brands and all that. Reason being, it's not a sponsored kitchen or something like that where, everything they know is tried and true to what they're doing. I'm buying crap on sale that I've never tried before. Not in this case. This I care about, but there's a lot of things in my kitchen that are, let's give that a shot. And I just saw a big old spider crawling all over my eggplant. It's crawling over towards the cutting board right now. I don't know if you can see it or not over there by the mouse. Where'd you go, buddy? You under here? Ah, there you are. They're only worried about me if I'm threatening them, so. And if they survive, all they're gonna do is kill other things in my house. No, I haven't. Even though I put it on the list. Even though I typed that word into the dictionary that the Scramble is using. Yeah, no clue. We're getting there with this dough. It's certainly not sticking to the counter anymore. How did I know that was going to be? Anyone Google it? Did anyone open AI yet? Alright, I'm going to allow that to rest. If I was using a machine to knead it, I would knead it longer. Why not? Let's get a third bowl dirty, huh, chap? Nah, I'm not going to cover it. Onion. See how things are going here with the stream. Looking good on Twitch. Looking okay over on Kick, I think. Page media reset. Yeah, much better. Hello, Kick. I'm about ready to just peel a whole nother layer off for that one little piece of skin that just doesn't want to peel. I haven't had a TV service that would get the prices right for I don't know how long. Actually, it hasn't been that long. Because when I first moved in here, I got roped into a new TV contract for a year or two. And then it got more expensive against just internet, and so I stayed with just internet. I guess we'll go like this tonight. I saw a stat, I don't know how true it is. I sort of don't want to believe it. But I saw a stat recently that 50% of YouTube viewership these days is via TV or smart TV. I find that nuts. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's... YouTube is very much... I mean, in the last couple of years, I've noticed it's become sort of a trend for a lot of the shows just to straight release their clips on YouTube to fight the people that are clipping them anyways. That needs a little warm-up time. And a little oil maybe here first. Why don't we do some garlic up while the pan heats? No, I'm not offline, Kick. I'm still here. I'm gonna pause the preview though. Yeah, I read an article today about a major court case win against DirecTV for and with the NFL over its pricing. The article I read was not very truthful seeking in my mind. Apparently, the person that wrote the article actually went to the bar, but apparently a bar won this court case against them recently, and they showed up at the bar, and I sort of wonder if it was even the right bar, because his response on what the bartender and everyone responded was along the same lines as I would expect from a normal bar, from someone showing up not knowing what they're asking about. Yeah, sure, whatever, bud. Yeah. Don't quote me, though. Peel off already, garlic. I thought I squished you. Apparently not enough. You needed more squishing. Is this too much garlic for your lasagna taste, chat? I read an article about, it was years ago, about New York Little Italy and the restaurants in New York, Italy, how some of them don't even use garlic anymore, and they have, since the boom in American love for garlic, have sort of abandoned it because it's too potent and strong, the amounts that Americans want. Or was the other one? There was two of them with blemishes on the end. There you are. Hey, John Ray. Zoom right. Cooking oil. There's some strays in there. There's some big pieces in there. There's not any huge pieces in there, but it ain't all nicely, perfectly paper thin. Still going for onions first, chat. I'm gonna cook the garlic. I don't want to toast it. I don't want to burn it. I'll add it after the onions get going. Bit of salt on our onions. Not going to do carrot in my sauce. I'm using canned tomatoes despite it being summer. I should have gone to the farmer's market today. I did not. I did get up and go and do my walk, but it was so incredibly warm when I did my morning walk that I was like, yeah, I ain't going back out there. It's hotter now. Mise en place. Put in place. Used to be the motto of my college that I went to. They switched it up around the time that I was there to something else that was completely more PC and just like, oh, okay. Like, they dumbed down that school so much while I was there. Go ahead and add our garlic in there now. Onions and garlic always smells amazing. One of my favorite smells ever. These are not my favorite choice for tomatoes. Like I was saying before, chat. Sometimes I buy stuff that's just on sale that's okay. But I don't really want to say like, hey, you should buy this brand. And even just showing it gives people that impression. But these were on sale, and I was looking to make pizzas at home at the time. Like, they're not even the tomatoes I would normally buy for making pizza sauce. Hey, Rhino. Welcome in, Pottery Dojo. How's the clay been drying? Enjoy your lurk. Thank you for stopping by. Salt. Reaching into the bottom of the salt jar here. How much extra did he rope me for? I'm realizing now that he went way over a pound. Oh, wow. Yeah, gonna watch that place now. butcher shops or deli meat counters, they always over. I mean, it's ground beef. You can have it exactly to the right weight. Is it ever anywhere close? Like, anyone who works a meat counter or works a meat case, who's cutting meat to weight, like, you gotta know what things weigh. Like, you gotta be able to hold something in your hand and be like, yeah, that's a pound. That too, Michael, but thankfully I haven't come across that too much. That, or I just haven't noticed it. Or the, what movie is it where they put a pocket of matches under the scale to stop it from going down? Maybe those Sopranos? Thank you, Michael. Getting about time that I should maybe go and watch that one again, too. It's been a couple of years since I've seen that series. That's sort of on my list of repeats. Sopranos, Babylon 5. Trying to think which other ones are, like, there's movies too, but, and the last, Babylon 5 is definitely getting too old. Like, there's things about it that are just way too dated at this point. The series as a whole sort of holds up still, and it's still sort of fun to watch the main shows of it, and that's sort of what I'm down to, is I watch, like, the shows I like out of it. But, because there's a number, like, there was a main plot line, like, it was one of the first series that had a main plot line going through multiple series on TV prior to, binge TV. And, yeah. It's a great series as a whole, but, like, they use newspapers in space. It's a little... Or the children. That's actually sort of like more of the actual truth of the world. Because you look at her life and it's not exactly all that fun either. I'm talking about Carmela there, by the way. Chat's unclear. Dried oregano. Dried thyme. No tomato paste, though. It does help develop, if you want that deep, heavy tomato, that like really deep tomato flavor. The paste is what gets you that. We call them shrimp here. We call them prawns here too, but typically, at least in my experience, it's for the ones the shrimp that want to be lobsters. Like you'll see langoustines advertised as prawns. Pretty sure the wine bar that I worked at in Hollywood did those. I'll turn the heat way down on that and just allow that to simmer. Cover my countertop with tomato. Surprisingly, I and the counter are somewhat tomato free. Back to pasta. Getting the rollers out. Overlook scene. The flour away, or in this case, the semolina away. No, Ohio, I'm not trying to insult you. Now we're getting somewhere, chat. I think this might be the thickness I use tonight. If I'm doing lasagna in a pan, I usually go to the thinnest layer for this. Which there's still 2 more notches from here. We can make this much longer if you want, chat. But I think that's going to work pretty well. Okay, I might just cut this once in half. Not bad for guesstimating. One more towel going over that now. Trying somewhat prevent that from drying out, even though it's still going to dry out. Actually, we need 2 of them. They should be on that side out. Can you tell it's time to wash my towels, chat? Okay. Zoom right. Got our meat sauce. I'm going to turn that off now. We have to prepare our vessels for filling. You know, it's like the big slab of beef. You sort of got to get a little before you. And we'll just cut some of it out. Tore too much. I didn't want to tear it that much. I didn't want to tear it at all, but I definitely didn't want to tear it that much. It's okay, we're gonna smother it in sauce. It's still gonna look incredible, I hope. Eggplant. Welcome in, Engel. Well, we've got... Oh, I just realized we're probably still over on the stove camera. I am cutting and stuffing eggplants with lasagna noodles, we got sauce on the stove. Just getting rid of that extra foamy, seedy interior of our eggplant that I'm sure eggplant lovers absolutely love. Ricotta. I think I'm just going to spoon it on. I stopped the music, didn't I? I stopped the music. But I didn't shoot the deputy. What's going on here now that I've paused to look over here? We got another 30 minutes until an ad. Alright. Got that. We got sauce. Sauce, I wish I could, like... Let's ice bath a little sauce, actually. over on the stove. The idea being here, being surrounded by ice and ice water, this will quickly cool down our sauce so that we can throw it on the pasta. How we doing, chat? You enjoying our Sunday? Anyone doing anything exciting this week? Anyone go on a cruise? That was a bummer. I poured myself a small little, like the last little bit out of my pitcher, like a couple minutes before stream started, and anticipating someone to immediately hit me with hydrate. I didn't drink it, but I was so tempted to just slam it then. And I've waited until now, and it's like completely room temperature now. So the rest of this is going to be surrounding our eggplants once they're stuffed. So they're going to be sitting in the sauce. Obviously, if you want to save time, you know, jarred, like, I know a lot of people hate jarred tomato sauce, but it's a time saver too. So I'm just going to say it now and let all of chat know. I know Rao's has been known as an amazing brand and an amazing brand for a while now as far as stuff like that. They're not going to continue to be. Like, they've been bought, or if you haven't noticed, they're widely expanding their product line, at least their availability of it, because I've got all sorts of frozen stuff now from them. I've got pastas and stuff like that from them. And they're just gonna squeeze out every last little bit on that name, so I wouldn't trust it to stay the same. You know, it's a little like the businesses that go public are never quite the same again. It's not cold to the touch, but it's not steaming hot anymore, obviously, so that'll work, I think, for what we want. I think we've gotten to the point where I have to turn the oven on, sadly. Let's make sure these aren't stuck to the counter. I'll give them a flip so that dried side is down. We'll start with our ricotta. Since we were talking about Sopranos, I apparently have to say it that way. Overlook scene. I've only bought it once, I think, and was not overly impressed for price point and all that. But like I said, I know a lot of people love the brand. And now with our sauce, I'm going to do these one at a time. And it may be too thick. We have to worry about that too. In order to keep everything from squeezing out, I may have to roll these so thick that it may be troublesome getting them even into the eggplant, is what I'm saying there. It's between the chunks of meat and onion and all that. Well, that's where the problem comes, especially with modern day, because that isn't the ingredient list. They get to throw in an extra 2% of things, or they get to throw in things that are less than 2% of the batch they're making by those ingredient laws. And then I'm sure anyone that has bought their own fresh produce understands that one apple from one place, even if you buy the same variety of apple, is not the same sort of product you're going to get from a different farm. And that is very true when it comes to these businesses that are producing major amounts of stuff and have contracted farmers that are growing exactly what they want, and those same things can be grown dramatically differently from anything that we get. Like I've talked before about cutting celery, which I am certain is used in canned products, but is rarely, if ever, used in a home kitchen, and is got different flavors and different profiles. Alright, let's give rolling this a shot. They don't. Oh yeah, they do. Age 10 months. It's a little late for Parmesan. Alright, back to roll. We're on a roll, chat. Sorry, gotta pull out the bad puns one. Meh. It's too big for the eggplant, but I'm not going to make the other one smaller. I am going to split it open a bit like this one is to make it a little bit easier to fit it all in there. These eggplants are a tight fit. We're on the roll again. On the roll again. I don't know what's gotten into me tonight, chat. I am in a mood tonight. Then it sunk in what you were really saying there. Open up. Oven's up to 360, which is just because my oven's been a little bit low when it hits 350. So we'll set that at 350 now. I am going to... How much more sauce we got? Not much. We're going to move some of the sauce over here. Smooth that back out again a bit. Spread that out a bit again. Barely fit in there. Sauce is a bit chunky and thicker than maybe desirable for this part. I sort of wish I just had a thin sauce that I could just pour over the top of these. Yep, that's what you're looking at right there, Nith. We've got rolled lasagna. If you're familiar with rolled lasagna, it's the same basic thing, but other than layers, you just rolled it. And then I did my best to stuff them in eggplant. I'm sorry, my eggplant are not quite large enough to be stuffed like that. Yes, inside a gutted eggplant. I squashed them, and I tore out the seeds and much of the insides. But, I mean, we still got the tops to the eggplants here. Like, I didn't even take the tops off of them. Apologize to my eggplant. It's just not quite, stuffable enough. We'll go in with the cheap Parmesan. One of the things I do want to do with the very top of these is do my best to cap them with cheese that's going to be sort of like a lid or an insulative layer to trap in the steam to help cook that pasta. Because I don't know if anyone noticed, that is fresh pasta. I have not cooked that pasta before doing this, so we're cooking that pasta in our lasagna. But that was almost one package of cheese. I got 2 of them. Supermarket got me on that one. I like Tillamook. Tillamook makes nice cheeses. I prefer Clover, but I know Clover doesn't have the same distribution, and I may be somewhat partial to the fact that it's a local business to Sonoma County. Alright, so we're going in the oven with that, just like that. Actually, I'm sort of tempted to throw a little bit of water in there. Let's throw a little bit of water in there. That's a half cup of water. And that will, without question, cook off once it makes it through. There we go. And that is music. Oh, there you are. I just can't hear you anymore. What's going on here, bud? Are you silent again? Yep, down to 31%. Petaluma used to be famous for chickens and livestock. That's where all the dairies in Sonoma are. That's where all the sort of concentration where they're all sending their trucks and stuff like that. So there's several, both ice cream, well, do they still have, I know Three Twins doesn't exist anymore, sadly. Rip Lemon Cookie. But, there's all sorts of cheese brands, all sorts of dairy products, all sorts of egg products. The local Rosie and Rocky chickens, if you're familiar with Rosie and Rocky chickens, they're now products of Purdue, which I'm not 100% in love with, but you gotta choose one of the big four. Big three, big four. But they're out of Petaluma. They originally started in Petaluma. Where was I going? Oh, and so there's a couple of cheese brands out of Petaluma. There's one that's more local that I actually think sells under 3 or 4 different labels, and I know they did stuff like at one point they were providing all of Chipotle's cheese for, I think, the West Coast, or at least in our region. And so, but they've had some bad press and financial issues and stuff, and I've been sort of shying away from them. They're usually not all that cheap either, despite being cheaper cheeses, at least marketed as cheaper cheeses. Alright, this is going in the oven, chat. I know I've said that a couple of times now, but it's actually making it there now. Something about going into the oven makes me want to lose my earbud. I've dropped it in there once or twice over the years. I think the Samsung ones, not these. The Samsung ones before I smartened up and got cheap earbuds. These earphone $30 earbuds, I think, have lasted me longer now than my Samsung ones did. They haven't lost their volume. Like, that was the problem with the Samsung one. The one earbud that I kept in this ear, because I used it on stream all the time, it was, like, impossible to hear anything out of it. So now we're waiting for a bit, chat. I'm going to put a timer on here for 30 minutes. I don't think I'm going to risk it. I was debating making cast iron flatbread, like garlic bread, but I don't think I've got time to do that now. So I'm going to sit here and clean up kitchen a little bit while we wait for this to bake. Awesome time to ask any questions if you got any, chat. Of course, that's sort of any time around here, but yeah, if I wanted to do the garlic bread, I should have started it around the time that I finished up the sauce in order to give it a little time to proof up. So what else has been new lately? I've just been hooked by Minecraft again. Got myself started that new world and gotten myself an iron farm, gotten a bamboo farm started. It was an awesome seed that I picked out ahead of time, and there's a stronghold right underneath the spawning island, and a trial chamber once I get there. But something that I didn't notice about it is it actually also has a mine underneath this one little small island. Like, it's got everything there. There's an ocean monument, like, maybe 1,000 blocks away. There's, like, the only thing that I don't know how far away is both, like, warm climates and deep dark. So that's what I've been wasting all of my extra time on. Anytime I've gotten like 45 minutes or so to spare. It's also got a mushroom island that's like the size of North America. It's maybe 2,000 blocks away. And at this point, I've gotten most of the blocks. Like right now I'm trying to figure out, like, I don't have a swamp area nearby, so I'm trying to find a slime chunk, and I've dug out 3 or 4 potential places to see if anything spawns. I have no idea how close a witch hut is either. That's like really important now that they've gotten rid of raid farms. Like, witch huts are apparently the way to go now. But it's also sort of fun and interesting to work your way through, and that's what's got me sort of hooked. Is I've made a bunch of different farms, and I've made most of these farms before, but like in the case of the slime chunks, I'm having to use slime chunks instead of mushrooms in the swamp. And so it's all sort of new at the same time. And I'm much better at knowing redstone now, and laying things out are going to be much better now. I still have fun stuff to conquer again, too, because I haven't done the dragon, haven't done... I don't know how much I'm going to stream of it, though, chat, because I honestly just don't really enjoy streaming and playing games at the same time. It makes me feel like I need to be constantly doing things or accomplishing things or having like a full out plan of what I'm doing, regardless of if I really need to or not. Because I know, streaming, you're chilling. It doesn't change how it makes me sort of like not enjoy my time when I'm doing that. No, well, I gave City Skylines a chance. City Skylines 2. And they're frantically trying to save that, but they screwed that up pretty good to start. So I think, like, Minecraft streams, I'm still going to do Minecraft streams, but I think it's going to be much more of a, here's a monthly update, or here's how things are now every once in a blue moon. Thank you for the follow. It doesn't, I don't know if it seems like they got that modding crowd to switch over to the second one. And I don't know if they're going to, which could be a killer. If not absolutely ruining, like, even with mine, like, I had built out a full city to the full size that you could do it and unlocked everything. And I was still sitting there playing games where there was some bug with, like, their economy is completely messed up. Like, I was sitting there playing games with switching my tax rates from negative to positive, depending on the time of day it was in the game, because it was swinging so hard and making me go millions into debt and then millions into the positive, and just back and forth in a massive city. Like, it made no sense. There was no stability at all to the economy. So maybe they can save it. I'm not against giving it another shot, but yeah, I think I'm gonna give it a couple of updates and see what the community is saying about it. I'm not gonna be buying any DLC until, people are, like, talking it up again that aren't being paid to do so. Like, I didn't even look at any of the beaches stuff. The beach houses or whatever was the most recent. DLC. Thank you for the follow. This would be nice. Like, I sort of feel that way about cleaning on stream too, chat. I'm not big on cleaning on stream either. But at the same time, it does mean that I get the cleaning done while we're making dinner here. And so... cleaning, working, exercising, laundry, cleaning windows. Yep. Taking care of the lawn. My landlord told me the other night that he's getting a new landscaper, so that's cool. But now what? You clean your cutting opener, your can opener, chap? Not really, JK. The most recent thing that I sort of binged watched was Yellowstone, which I don't even have access to that anymore, so... And from the sounds of it, I have no real interest in going to watch the ending of it. And let's be honest, at this point, what else are they going to be able to really accomplish with that show? I mean, they've put them through so much. Unfortunately, yes, it already has Easy Weezy. Mine is in the oven as well. I got another little less than 16 minutes on my timer, but that's, yeah, that's not for sure. It's not like I'm following a recipe or something like that's the right amount. And what I have done, Easy Weezy, is I have squashed my eggplants with a rolling pin, given them a real good roll with a rolling pin. Sliced into them, scooped out a fair amount of the insides and a fair amount of the seeds, not all of it, but a fair amount of it, and then made rolled eggplant, or rolled lasagna, fresh pasta, made my own sauce, beef in the sauce, but you can make this vegetarian very easily, just remove that, and rolled those up and stuffed those inside of the eggplants. Unfortunately, my eggplants were a little small to be stuffing, and so my eggplant is, I keep substituting eggplant and lasagna. I do not know why I am doing that. Damn brain. Anyways, I stuffed the rolled lasagna inside of the eggplants with them like half out of the eggplants still. Smothered them in sauce and cheese, and they're in the oven now. I'm sure that was clear as mud, but there you have it. I'm sort of curious to see if I'm going to be able to pull one of these eggplants out and actually like cross-section slice it. It's going to be really tough considering the eggplant is going to lose much of its structure and rigidity from being in the oven. I should definitely take pictures before I attempt that. Yeah, Cheeky, I don't know if it does. I think it sounds like it's a little bit up in the air if they're actually going to film the last of that season. As it is, the 5th season was... Oh. I was wondering why my bot was showing up twice in my chat, and then I realized, oh yeah, it's talking in YouTube tonight. So it's there on Twitch and there on YouTube. And yeah, I'm not going to pay to go and watch that again. There's the answer they should listen to. I am not going to pay them to watch the ending of Yellowstone. I probably wouldn't pay them to watch the end of it if Kevin Costner stayed with the series. But now they're going to have to, in like a couple of shows, kill off the governor. Like, no one's going to look into that. There isn't a whole police force that isn't going to look into that, is there? I'm not going to say that it was hugely, like, well-written or, you know, a great series. I just sort of enjoyed it. Like, I was talking to my mom, actually, about this at one point. She was talking about one show that they liked, and I was just like, I have no interest. And, in turn, they had, like, no interest in Yellowstone. And it's sort of weird what, you know, you'll suspend your reality for in the entertainment world. Like, there's been series in the past that I know are just complete junk that I wouldn't search them out, but every once in a while I would watch them and be like, that's okay. But they would be absolutely horrible. Like, things like Texas Walker Ranger. Like, where it's, you know, or A-Team or something like that, where, you know, no one's gonna get shot. No one's actually gonna get hurt. It makes no sense. We're gonna empty clips all over the place and not one person gets hit. I never got into Lost. Lost was like... that was big when I was finishing up at college. And my roommate was all about it. And I never even watched it. Like, it wasn't like I watched it and I couldn't stand it. I just never... like, I have zero problem with it other than what everyone's, like, everyone's like, the ending. Oh my god, the ending. What other ones out there? Like, There's whole bunches of stuff that I've just never even, like, haven't read or watched any of the Harry Potter stuff. Not one. Watched Lord of the Rings, didn't watch... Wasn't there a Hobbit series? Or a continuation? Or is he still working on that? That sounds like something would drive people nuts. Like, I spent 5 years watching this, leading up to this point, and that's what you're gonna do to me? I shouldn't bring up that series. I don't want to support that lady anyway. In any way, sort, or form. Absolutely toxic woman. I never got into Grey's Anatomy. I think my parents did. I think that's one of the, like... I don't know all of them, but there's a couple of them out there that my parents, just like me, just watch on repeat. Absolutely love The West Wing, too. That one's another one that's like, let's completely suspend reality, and not actually talk about what's actually going on. I enjoyed House, too. I didn't watch House like solid all the way through, but I've seen a good percentage of that series. House sort of lost me with the drama between the aides and him, which is sort of fun. Like, it was the rest of the show that I was actually interested. His interactions with the hospital, his interaction with his patients, the whole dating scene and all that, I could have cared less for. But I guess we could go back, like, I have never watched a rerun that I can think of that wasn't, like, on TV rerun of ER. But I enjoyed ER when it was, like, fresh. I enjoyed the original Las Vegas CSI, and I enjoyed the, like, original cast of NCIS. I'm now going to get all of this in ads now, by the way, chat. This is now all going, like, my ads are like 100% what I even mention on stream. Them bots be listening. I'll have YouTube pumping me clips from all the previously mentioned shows. Really, 12 is the one I feel is like on like repeat. Like I thought 11 was by far the best, but you gotta watch the old one too. You gotta watch the OG Ocean's 11, you know, the Rat Pack Ocean's 11. That's not a bad plan, Nith. Although that one I don't think has worked. Because I have talked several times about the fact that I'm in the market for a new chef knife. I got some money for my birthday last month. And I still haven't done the proper shop. I've been to 2 places. So I'm pretty sure the all-female one, like, yeah, I'm pretty sure there was one. Right there with the Ghostbusters one. But that one wasn't on repeat on TV, so I haven't seen it. Like, I don't think I've seen any of the Ocean's 11 movies in the theater. We're giving that another 10 minutes, chat. Did you enjoy Oppenheimer? I really considered going to see that because, you know, nuclear explosion. However, knowing history and knowing what went on with Oppenheimer afterward, I had a feeling like I was going to leave the movie not very happy. Sort of strange how that happens to a lot of the big name scientists. Either they're on the edge of being loony, or they're accused of it after they've made their discovery in some form of loony. You look at what's his name that did the broke the Enigma code, or you know, just basically any of the major inventors of war. It's not too somber. I guess that just comes with fame, too, to a certain degree, if you're not the person to handle it. I feel like I would choose a pet rock over Donald Trump, and that's my choice. I honestly really, like, I'm not saying that I support him, but I really want to see Newsom debate Trump. I really want to see them go at it. That's iffy, JK. He's not 100% loved here in California. I don't 100%. I most certainly don't love him. He signed several things that I am very much against. One of them charging my business several $100s a year to an agency that had zero oversight of my business. Like, they did nothing for my business. It wasn't like they even filed paperwork. I didn't exist to them. He's certainly got friends in the right places, though. I mean, all you have to do is look at his co-owner at the winery. By the way, Newsom is California's governor, which is why I'm somewhat familiar with him. I'd like to see any third party get a fair shot. Apparently not. Sort of. I don't know if I should even say this. Fuck it. It's sort of hilarious how Trump sort of gets this huge, like, libertarian, don't tread on me following, and then you saw if anyone watched what happened at the Libertarian Party in his speech, yeah. Yeah, the other one that confuses me is the whole throwing "Don't tread on me" right next to a blue line flag. It's sort of like, do you know what you're supporting there? You know, it's sort of like those don't mix. It's oil and water there, but we're not making mayo. Well, actually, it just sort of goes to show how things are never really, like, modern day really is sort of like just the same thing. Because didn't they just break away from a kingdom? And they have people wanting to make a new king. It's like the same thing we've got going on right now. Or you hear about past pandemics, and the deniers even then, it's the exact same thing as now. And time is a problem with all of it too, because now you get, people that didn't live through, at least for me, the 80s, where, us and Russia were constantly. But, people that have grown up in the decades since, like, they didn't experience any, or unless they got into history. I can understand people being like Holocaust deniers, not saying that they should be, but unless they go into history, unless they've been properly educated, how are they? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Area 51 and aliens, like talk of alien materials and stuff like that. Um, it's partly started by the government, and they've admitted that in the past. It's just... Yeah, Nif. Yeah, it is, this fanaticism that just boiled out of... But going back to conspiracies, yeah, government promotes those back in the past. I mean, it's really them trying to dissuade and push, shuffle, look at this, not that, Ignore what's going on in Australia and on our aircraft carriers. Look at it, this little middle of nowhere bomb patch in Nevada. Hey, Flat Earthers, got a question for you. How thick is the Earth? You've got other things going on, like going back to conspiracies and people not believing things that have happened. I recently saw someone show a photo. This is very Facebook sort of thing. Show a even though I don't do Facebook, of the astronauts' equipment from travel when they went to the moon, and cropped out the section with their moon boots because they wore like business shoes. They looked like they had like leather-soled shoes for wearing in the spacecraft itself, but they had completely separate like moon boots. And so they were like showing this photo of the leather-soled shoes, and were like, how'd they go to the moon on those? Yeah, flip-flops. Just out there in the moon dust, in the caustic moon dust. Okay, I highly doubt I'm going to get cross-section on these. I don't think that's going to happen. We've had our rolled lasagna sort of collapse down in. We've obviously had some sauce leakage to the outsides. I just bumped that with my hand. I am going to try and get one of these out by themselves, though. We're going to move this back over to the stove. Well, I wasn't going to slice it in the pan very well. First of all, I don't love metal on metal in my cast iron, because that's a great way to immediately go through the surface and into the metal, depending on which one's softer. And yeah, this is more than I'm eating tonight. That'd be oozy, but not looking hugely layerful. And yeah, there's no chance that those are staying like that by themselves. The problem with is that every business selling you food from the supermarket is working against you on that. Nothing in a supermarket is designed for one person. Nothing. It's either not enough or it's too much, and on purpose. Yeah, the second one, I'm just going to leave in the pan to cool. I will take all that stuff out of the pan tonight. I'm not going to leave the tomato sauce on my pan either tonight. I'm getting a little bit of echo tonight. And I'm not... Got all the right microphones selected here? I think those are right. So that's dinner tonight, chat. As always, we'll throw some photos up in the Discord. You can see eggplant has cooked through, and I think with the ooziness, I think we're good there. Let's see here. One last little plug here for the Discord. We've got the ingredient challenge going for Wednesday, looking like caramel, but it's either going to be shallots or caramel as an ingredient for dinner and dessert on Wednesday. However, tomorrow, for the start of the month and the start of the new week, I'm going to be doing Mario-themed foods for the next week, minus ingredient challenge day. And so all of the dishes, they're not overly complex dishes. I mean, they're slightly elevated fast food in my opinion, but they're very creative in their plating and very well done. And I'm going to try and replicate a fair number of them over the next week. And so we're starting with tomorrow night we're going to be doing a Luigi burger, which is actually a pesto and chicken sandwich on a burger bun, and a caprese salad that's designed and shaped to look like a pitcher plant. So that is the plans for tomorrow night, if you come back to join me. I hope you have an amazing Sunday, everyone. Thank you for hanging out with me. And I think I'm going to leave it there tonight, folks. I hope you have an amazing evening. I hope you have an amazing start to your week tomorrow, if it hasn't already started for your Australians. Good night.